I was 14 years old when my father was arrested. He was an alcoholic and an addict, and it turned out to be a prolific thief and embezzler. Asset forfeiture left my mother and me homeless and penniless in Orange County, where I grew up. He died in 2005, poor and addicted to prescription pills. My love for him was and remains deep and wide. As anyone in here knows, loving an addict is a complex and many times deeply painful joy. My dad was charismatic, smart, very funny, and deeply, deeply ill. His choices and his addictions destroyed every good thing around him, including parts of me. My name is Allison Haley. I'm the elected district attorney of Napa County and the newly minted president of CDAA. I went into this profession because I thought that my lived experience could bring balance to the office of the prosecutor. The power of the criminal justice system is immense. I know this personally. It's why prosecutors and law enforcement must be balanced and fair in its enforcement. Laws must be carefully designed to achieve a fair and just goal to protect the public and victims and hold offenders proportionately accountable, all while minimizing unwanted or unwarranted collateral damage. Prop 36 is reasoned and thoughtful, designed to narrowly address issues that are reducing the quality of life of Californians. That is increasing homelessness, rising retail theft, and a startling proliferation of opioid-related deaths. Prop 36 incentivizes drug treatment for addicts by giving them choices, by giving them determinative agency in their own lives. They can affirmatively choose to enter into drug treatment or mental health treatment. They can choose to not go into custody. They can choose a suite of services, all aimed to give them hope and a life and a future. It allows prosecutors to treat an offender with a single theft differently than someone who is a serial offender. It allows us to aggregate thefts so that the penalty, ultimately overseen by a judge, is commensurate with the amount of harm suffered by businesses in our communities. And it allows prosecutors to treat fentanyl like the scourge that it is. Californians couldn't sign the petitions to put this on the ballot fast enough. Conditions in this state have become, for many, intolerable. The support has bipartisan support, and importantly, Prop 36, if passed, is still subject to the discretion of elected district attorneys and appointed Superior Court judges across the state. Californians have the right to expect that DAs are smart and surgical in how they will apply the changes and always mindful of the facts of individual case. I am not a district attorney from the 1980s. I am a district attorney who was deeply wounded by the policies enacted at that time. My father's incarceration changed the very trajectory of my life, and in many ways, it was the most negative thing that has ever happened to me. I am not a DA who believes in mindlessly filling up prisons, but I'm also not a DA who apologizes for seeking resolutions that are commensurate with the harm suffered by victims or communities. And our state is suffering, and it's time to offer some reform.